All right, we're going to make a graph for y is equal to x squared minus 4. So we have to find the vertex first and then make a table of 5 points. Well, here we have x squared, so that means our a value is equal to 1. And then next, notice that there is no x, right? So this right here means the b value is equal to 0 because this is as saying you plus 0x, right? Because again, this is negative 4. We have to look for the b, and the b value is a number in front of the x. There's no x term, so b is equal to 0. Be really careful with that. Now, here is the vertex. So let me just write this down here for you guys. Of course, you have to remember the vertex formula. Whenever we have the equation in the standard form, the vertex is at x equals negative b over 2a, and then we can just work this out. Plugging, so you have negative b is 0, and a is 1. So we'll have this, and then on the top is negative 0, just 0, and then over 2, right, which is 0. Now, with all this being done, let's go ahead and make the table. Here are the x values, and then we know y is equal to x squared minus 4. And let's have a table with 5 points. So it looks something like this. And we are going to make the 0 in the middle. I put a 0 in the middle, and then you go ahead and find the neighbor numbers. So 0, and just count up, right? 1 and 2. And then of course, you can also go to negative numbers, negative 1 and negative 2. And now this is what we have to do. Put 0 into this x, so we get y is equal to 0 squared minus 4, and work that out. 0 squared minus 4, we get negative 4 for that. And next, I'm just going to plug in 1 here, so we get y equals 1 squared minus 4. 1 squared is 1, minus 4 is going to be negative 3. And then lastly, we have the 2 right here, y equals 2 squared minus 4. 2 squared is 4, minus 4, we get 0. And the reason that I said this is the last number that we have to do, it's because if you do it this way, putting the vertex in the middle, and then you go up and go down by the same number, then you will know this and that, they will be the same. So when x is negative 1, you will end up with negative 3. When x is negative 2, this number here will be the same as this number. So you can just say the answer right here is 0. They will be the same. All right, now here is the deal. Let's go ahead and make the table. I mean, we have the table already. So now we have to make the graph. So here's the x-axis and here's the y-axis. And let's say this is 0 and then 1 and 2. And then 0, negative 1, negative 2, and then go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go up 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. All right, first point. Vertex 0, negative 4. 0, negative 4 is down here. Next, we have 1, negative 3. Here is x is equal to 1. Go down, so we have 1, negative 3. And we also have negative 1, negative 3. So it's negative 1, negative 3. And then 2, 0, also negative 2, 0. 2, 0 is right here. Negative 2, 0, negative 2, 0 is right here. So here are the 5 points. And lastly, we just have to make our graph. This is a happy face parabola. Like that, right? So again, this is pretty much it. And yeah, here's the graph for it. Here we are going to graph y is equal to x squared minus 4x. Again, find the vertex first and then make a table of 5 points. So here we go. Right here, we know the a is equal to 1 because we have 1x squared, right? And then this right here is negative 4x. So in this case, we know that the b value is negative 4. So it's unlike the one that you guessed earlier, right? So in this case, we have the vertex being at the following. The vertex is at x equals negative b over 2a, and then just plug in the numbers. Plug in negative 4 here, so we have negative, negative 4, and then divided by 2 times a, which is 2 times 1, like this. Now, negative negative is positive, positive 4 on the top, divided by 2 times 1, which is 2. So 4 divided by 2, we get 2 for the vertex. This is at x equal to 2. Now, here we go. Go ahead and draw the table. We need to have some x values. And then y we know is x squared minus 4x. So let's go ahead, have 5 points. So let's go ahead and make this. And you always have to put this right in the middle. And then go ahead and find out the neighbor numbers. So you can go down and you can also go up, right? So of course you can go down, which is going to be 1, and then you go down, which is going to be 0. And then you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, of course, just like that. Then again, just go ahead and plug in numbers. Plug in 2 here first. So we get y equals 2 squared minus 4 times 2. Work this out. 2 squared is 4 minus 4 times 2, which is 8. 4 minus 8, we get negative 4. And then continue. Put 3 in here. So we have y equals 3 squared minus 4 times 3. And that's equal to, well, this is 9 minus 12. So we get negative 3. And then one more. So put a 4 in here and here. We get y equals 4 squared minus 4 times 4. And you see, 4 squared is 16. 4 times 4 is also 16. And we get 0 when they subtract. Now, we know...
I didn't get that. Could you restate the question? Sorry.
No. I don't need you, Siri. All right, now we know this right here will be the same, right? So we know this right here is negative 3. And this right here will tell you the answer right here, which is going to be 0. Very nice. So again, go ahead and make our graph. Here's the x-axis, here's the y-axis. We have to do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are the numbers that we have to use. And let's just make some little lines right here, because why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this time, vertex 2, negative 4. 2, negative 4 is down here, right here. Next, 3, negative 3. 3, negative 3 is right here. 1, negative 3 is right here. And then 4, 0, 4, 0, and 0, 0. And here are the 5 points that we have. And of course, in the end, just go ahead, make your graph again. So it should look like this. And let me just fix it a little bit. The graph should look like this. Right? So here is the graph for that. All right, we will be graphing y is equal to negative 2x squared minus 8x minus 5. So of course, we have to find the vertex. Well, right here we know that the a is equal to negative 2. And then b is equal to negative 8. And then of course, we have to use our vertex formula. I will write it down right here for you guys. So here we go. The vertex, we know it's going to be at x equals negative b over 2a. And here we have to just plug in the numbers. So we get negative b is negative 8 over 2 times the a, which is negative 2, like all this. Now, negative 8 is positive 8. On the bottom, this is 2 times negative 2, which is negative 4. Positive 8 divided by negative 4, we end up with negative 2. So this right here is the x value that we have to use right in the middle of our table. Right here, let me go ahead and put down, here are the x values. And again, we will have 5 points. 3, 4, 5. This goes in the middle. Here we have negative 2. And then for the y values, we are just going to put down the y equation. This is negative 2x squared minus 8x and then minus 5. And now we can just plug in numbers. Well, actually, let's have the neighbor numbers first. We have negative 2 in the middle, so I can say negative 3, negative 4, and then I can have negative 1 and 0 like this. Pretty good. Now, start with this and then put it into here so we can get a y. We get negative 2 times negative 2 square and then minus 8 times negative 2 and then minus 5. And right here, of course, we just have to work it out, and let's go ahead and do this. This is negative 4 squared, which is positive 4, times negative 2, we will have negative 8. And then for the second part, this is negative 8 times negative 2, which is positive 16. Negative 8 plus 16, we get positive 8. Positive 8 minus 5, we get positive 3, right? Or you can just use the calculator if you would like. All right, and then we do the next one. Put the negative 3 in, right, into all the x. So we get negative 2 times negative 3. Square that, minus 8, and then you put the negative 3 in there. And then minus 5. And again, if you would like, you can use the calculator to work this out. And I will tell you the answer right here is equal to 1. Then for this one, of course, you put negative 4 into all the x. So we get negative 2 times negative 4 squared, and then minus 8 times this in here. And lastly, again, minus 5. Well, use a calculator if you would like. I'll tell you, all in all, we will end up with negative 5. And then, of course, you know this right here is the vertex, so this and that will be the same. And this and that will be the same. So we have our table already. So finally, let's go ahead and make our graph. This time we just focus on the negative values, right? So 0 and 1, 2, and then negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. And of course, we have to go down to negative 5. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go up to 3. So 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Vertex is right here, negative 2, 3. Negative 2 for x, and then go up to the y value, right? X and the y. First point, and then the next point is negative 3, 1. So negative 3, 1. Also negative 1, 1. So we have it right here as well. Then we have negative 4, negative 5. So negative 4, negative 5, it will be right here. And lastly, 0, negative 5. 0 and negative 5, like that. In the end, of course, just go ahead and connect the dots with a nice parabola, like that. And we are done, like this. All right, here we'll graph y is equal to negative 2 times the parentheses with x plus y inside, raised to the second power, and then plus 3. This equation is actually in the vertex form, so you have to know that whenever we have y equals the equation in the form of a times x minus h, and then square, and then plus k, we know this right here will give you the vertex right away. And the vertex is at h, k, right? So that's actually our vertex formula this time. Now we just have to match the numbers. So in our case here, notice that you have the 1 right here, and this is the positive 1. That's equal to negative h. So have a look. We have negative h. Yeah? It's equal to positive 1. So what's h? Well, you just have to divide both sides by negative 1. So you get h is actually negative 1. So our vertex is actually at negative 1. A quick way to do it is if you look at the number right here, x plus 1. Just always do the opposite for the h. So that's pretty much it. Now for the k number, it's just 3 is equal to k. So just 3. So we have the vertex negative 1, 3, like that. So pretty nice. Now with this being done, we can of course set a table with 5 points. So let me write that down right here for you guys. Here is the x column, and then here we have the y. Y is equal to negative 2 times x plus 1, and then square, and then plus 3, like this. And again, let me just draw the 5 rows right here. And you always put the vertex, which is this right here. This is the x value, so you put that down right here, right in the middle. And what you do next is pick the neighbor numbers. Here we have -1, so of course you will get -2, -3, and then you can also have 0 and 1, right? Just the neighbor numbers. Now, of course, let's just go ahead and plug in numbers. This is actually easy because we have the answer right here already. If you would like, you can still put the -1 in here. -1 plus 1 is 0. This part will give you 0. And then plus 3, you get 3. Very nice. Anyway though, let's do this. We'll actually do this, it's easier. You put 0 in here. So the y is -2 times 0 plus 1 square and then plus 3. For this, work that out. This is 1 square, which is 1, times -2 is -2, plus 3, we get +1. And then let's put the 1 here. We get -2 times 1 plus 1 square and then plus 3. Well, in this case, 1 plus 1 is 2. Square that is 4. 4 times -2 is -8. -8 plus 3, we get -5. So that's it. And you see that if you have these numbers, you will know this right here will be 1 and this right here will be -5. It's always like that because parabolas are symmetry, right? Parabolas are symmetrical. All right, here we go. We have the x and we will also have the y. And we need to go down to -5. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Here's 0, and then here's 0. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, like that. And then -1, -2, -3, -4, and something like that. Just a few lines like this. All right, when x is -1, we have 3, so that's a vertex. -1, comma 3, that's what we have. Next, 0, comma 1, so 0 is for the x, 1 for the y. -2, comma 1, -2 for the x, 1 for the y. And then 1, comma -5, 1 is right here, go down to -5. And then we have -3, comma -5. -3, and then go down to -5. So we have our 5 points. Let's go ahead and connect the dots with our parabola. Just like this. That's it.